sometimes you have those games when everything doesn't go absolutely right, and the other team, you got to give them credit. They recruit well, and they coach well too, and they've got good football players. Our big thing is right now is that hey, we're 1-0 after this week.
Overall dream, to finish school. Yes, football is great, but I want to finish school after the next 2 years after I leave here.
So third down and less than a yard. The snap to Scott of the shotgun. Leaves it with Price. Goes straight up the middle. He's untouched. He's going to angle to the left. He gets inside the 40. Down the far sideline. 30, 20 now. Stops and cuts back. And he makes his defender fall down, and he'll score. So Delta with 5:21 to go. Goes back to work. Here's pressure. Sack back at the 20-yard line. And that's Boatwright, who's going to come up with a sack. Calvin Keys Jr. in motion near side to far again. Oh, and he's hit as Lindsey Scott spins away from it somehow. Stays on his feet inside the 30. Dancing around for the first down. Bounces to the outside numbers. He's inside the 10, 5. He leaps. Touchdown. Oh, my goodness. How in the world did he escape that pressure? 45-7 is going to be your final score. And EMCC runs their record to 5-0. Mississippi Delta drops to 0-4.
The reason I wanted to play football was the way my family is in the sports. There's a lot of my family in the sports, and my uncle was a big-time football player for my former high school, and it's pretty much in my family. Football is in my blood. I love it. I was grown up around it. You see my baby picture, I got a football in my hand and everything like that. So it's just a way of life right now.
Growing up, I was raised around 4 brothers and 4 sisters. So basically, they all was involved in sports. Like my sister and them, they played basketball. All my brothers played football. So one day I just I want to do this football thing. It seemed like it was a very emotional game. You express a lot, and so that's how I really got involved in it. Growing up in St. John, Mississippi, I played football at Wayne County High. It's they have a tradition of playing fast football. Teaching us about winning, losing, not basically losing, but teaching us in life, you have your ups and downs and how to be a champion on and off the field,
It was, it was pretty motivational because, I started off in the country and things like that, and watching my mom and my dad work hard and things like that, they taught me how to work hard. So watching them work hard and how we moved up, it was just it taught me a lot. It just made me grow up and everything faster, it seems like. So I'm a little bit more mature from where I grew up and came from.
Actually, in high school, I played outside linebacker. I played a little bit of safety, bandit, walk me down, safety and all that. I love playing safety. I can see everything. You see it, attack it.
I played a lot. I was all around, on the line of scrimmage. I played a lot on the line of scrimmage. It's saying I was a smaller guy. I played center, guard, tackle, tight end, played defensive end. I played everything. I was you can ask one of my high school coaches, he said I was his best all-around lineman. And I didn't accept it until I graduated. I was I don't think I was, but when I look back on it and everybody tell me about it, it was you did a great job at everything that, wherever you put me at a position, I'm gonna do it at the best of my ability.
First, Coach Wood reached out to me after a high school football game when we were playing Pickens Union in a second round playoff. He gave me the card, give me a phone call. Then after that, I ain't know about East Mississippi until then, so I decided, I'll go to East Mississippi, I never heard of them, but I found out what I'm about on my visit, so came on the visit. I liked it here, you know, pretty nice town, you know, remind me back home, you know. So I said, hey, I guess I found me a home, so I decided to come here. Walking onto the field, I knew, I said, oh, this is the place. I gotta be here, turf field, a big stadium, so I was like, hey, it reminded me of high school.
Well, they called me and I immediately researched where it was at. Like, that's the first thing. Like, when I heard like about EMCC, when they called me, I was like, where are they? And then it just said scuba. And I looked, I was like, okay, scuba. Okay, that sounds like a southern, like, you know, town and stuff. Then I saw what was the surroundings, and I heard about the show, Last Chance U and everything. I watched that and stuff. And like, I was like, you know, that place is very humbling, like, to a bunch of players. And I saw, like, I looked up the history and how players left here and went to be successful, because this place is very humbling, and it's like football and education all around here. So like, you have no choice but to do great here.
Coach Sanders is a great man, on and off the field. You know, he teaches not only football, he teaches about life, and you know, what is expected out of it. You know, how to keep moving forward and focusing on, because one day, you know, football ain't gonna be here all the ways, but he teaches what's right.
Coach Williams, he keeps it real with you. He will keep it real with you. Like, he'll tell you everything. He'll coach you up. He gonna keep it real with you, but he's gonna coach you up to like be the best that you can be. And like, he's a great coach. He's a great coach.
Coach Collins, I can say he very energized every day. I don't know. He tell me every day he drink Coke. He drink no water while he at practice. And so I guess Coke is his energy, you know. In all, he's a great person, you know. He just want us to be the best that we can be, you know. He wants us to be very physical every play, you know. Take no plays off, because you never know when your opportunity is, you know. So that's what he say, do what you gotta do every play, you know.
Coach Collins, energy, lots of energy, like, and don't mess up. Just don't mess up with Coach Collins. Coach Collins, any of our defensive coaches don't mess up, any of our coaches. But Coach Collins brings that energy, like, to the sideline, to practice, and everything that we have got to go, and we've got to like bring it every play, like nonstop, bring it.
Most of the coaches teach us, as a defensive coach, you know, Coach Sanders is teaching us, like, trust your eyes, you know, play what's called, like, position that we in, like, you will be able to make a play on receivers, you know, playing our coverage, everything, we over top of everything, so it shouldn't basically nothing to worry about, because they don't put us in the right position.
What do we do to entertain ourselves, defense? We hang around like brothers. We are around each other all the time, and we laugh and joke. You know, that's what gets us through the day, talking about things, laughing and joking. Sometimes, you know, we talk about football and what we're gonna do, and sometimes we talk about what's going on in the classroom and like our grades and things like that.
My background is I'm originally from Geiger, Alabama, which is only about 10 minutes from here, right across the state line. I played high school ball at Sumter County High School for 4 years. They say I was a stellar athlete in high school and had a lot of offers for 4-year schools out of high school, and chose to sign with Mississippi State University. Played at Mississippi State for 4 years, got drafted from there, played a little professional ball in the United States and in Italy. And I started coaching here as an assistant coach. Was an assistant coach under Coach Dale Pay for 4 years, and now I'm going into my 13th season as the head women's basketball coach.
I came from Jonesboro, Georgia. I started playing basketball when I was about 7. I started because my mom said she was a basketball player when she was younger, and she couldn't go on with it because she ended up getting pregnant, so I said I'd live on your legacy.
Well, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. And I come from a basketball family. Everybody in my family plays basketball, so it's like pretty much a given.
In high school, in the beginning, I wasn't so well. I had a real bad attitude, but then I started to realize basketball was gonna take me somewhere, so I kind of cleaned it up, and I was great. I was a great player.
Well, I'm kind of still the same player. I'm like a pass-first point guard. Not really looking to score too much.
My initial reaction was, Mississippi. And no, I've never, ever heard of scuba, like, ever. Only place I ever known was Oxford, which is where Ole Miss is, and school popped out of nowhere. It looked real. My first reaction was, it's gonna be boring.
What is this place? Like, it was just a bunch of trees, just absolutely no buildings, no nothing. So it was like a big change.
It's a funny story. The person who reached out to me used to be the head men's basketball coach here for a stint. Funny story, and I love telling this story. I had just played a season in Italy. Back in 2000, I guess I just played a season in Italy and was actually getting ready to go back. I don't know if you're old enough to remember, Matt, you're so young, when those September 11th terrorist attacks happened in New York. And so I was actually getting ready to go back, making plans to go back to Italy when those happened. And of course, I was afraid to fly and go. And so here it is September, and the only job has been playing professional ball. So now that is not there anymore. And so I went to Walmart back home over in Livingston, Alabama, went into Walmart. And as soon as I stepped through the sliding doors, I see this guy standing there. We immediately made eye contact with each other. And Clay Armstrong, he worked with the compliance department when I was at Mississippi State playing ball. He traveled a lot with us, feminine games for the school. He was the assistant men's basketball coach here at East Mississippi at the time. I was telling him my story and how I wasn't going over the Italy to play again. I was looking for a job. And he was like, well, hey, I think our head women's coach is looking for an assistant. So I called Coach Pay up the same day, and I think I got hired the next day. And I've been here since.
What I learned from last season was that we got to keep fighting. It was a lot of games we could have won, but the fight just left, and we ended up sinking. And I got to work hard as a player. I play a big role.
Last season, I came in. It was a few freshmen, but it's like the leadership still wasn't there with the sophomores. So it's like there was no leader. So everybody was like at the same rate. So I kind of struggled with that. I thought I would come in, try to learn a few things, but I ended up having to try to teach myself.
Lucky to me, when Lucky came here last year, we brought her in late in October. She came in overweight at 180-something pounds, and I challenged her. And Lucky you guys never did, or our fans, you guys never got a chance last year to see Lucky's potential, because she came in overweight, out of shape, and just found out at the last minute that she was NCAA ineligible. And so we were able to get her in October, in our October term. Checked in, I think it's like 189 pounds, and you're talking about a point guard, and she's only about 5'6". So I challenged her all year, and it was frustrating last year with her, and just she couldn't play at her potential. She could barely make it to half court, because that weight was a factor. But she, postseason stuff, I went over her last day of school back in May. She went from weighing like 189 pounds, so she checked in the weight room at 163. So she has just made tremendous strides and focusing, but you guys are gonna be surprised with the Lucky you saw last year compared to the one you're gonna see this year.
My teammate Lucky, she has grown a lot. Like last year she came in here 183 pounds, slow, tired. When she made a mistake, she blamed it on somebody else. Now, she's lost 20 pounds, she's about 163, and she's gotten faster, her decision making is better. She's more of a leader on the court now, and I just put all my trust in her this year.
Ty is, to me, one of those, she's very athletic, talented, skilled, can score the ball in different ways, and just sweet kid. And sometimes has a tendency to let sweetness to show in the basketball court when I'm trying to get her to change her mindset. Hey, I need toughness out here every possession, but just athletic, very athletic, and can score in different ways.
Ty's a character. Her personality is like very outgoing, But on the court, she's like she's not very like a talkative person. She could talk, but she's more like a lead by example kind of person.
Coach Thompson is she's a well all around coach. She's real tough on us. She pushes us even when we don't even want to do it. She tell us, she keeps throwing stuff at us, and she challenges us every day.
Coach Thompson is tough. Like, everything about her is tough. So you really gotta like certain stuff she say, you really gotta let it go, cause she's gonna say what she want regardless, and she's not gonna sugarcoat anything.
Since school started in August, we were limited to the amount of hours we could put in the week. So Sunday, October 1st, officially started our first day of practice with the hours not being so limited. And so we've really been going at it since Sunday, October the 1st. But the kids are making tremendous strides. And keep in mind now, we only have 2 returners. We have 13 on the roster, 2 returners. And so you're talking about having to bring 11 different mindsets together, but we'll see. And I guess every day you've been practicing and going at it with weights and conditioning for 2 months, and I think they're tired of seeing each other, and sometimes it's hard to tell when you're going against each other every day. Now we have good pieces, we have good pieces in every position, but sometimes it's hard to tell when you're going against each other every day. So that's why we play these preseason jamborees. We'll know after Saturday.
I've helped lead the team in many ways. Like if one of the teammates, they'll get discouraged and they're shut down in practice, I go and talk to them, say, hey, keep playing. Everybody makes mistakes. That's natural. I talk to Luck. Me and Luck encourages them.
Leading the freshmen, it's kind of like I'm more of like the vocal. I try to talk, and then if somebody wants to like know how to do something, well, I'll give that to Ty. She's more like a do every move kind of player. So I try to just talk it out with them.
Where I see us going this year is, I think we can make it all the way. The team isn't as experienced as it was last year. This year we got it's more younger players, and they just got to get in tune with us, and we gonna get there. I think we can make it real far.
I feel like we're gonna struggle a little bit in the beginning, but once we get around the second half, I think we'll pick it up. The first half is gonna be everybody's scrambling, trying to learn this and that.
Our season officially kicks off on November 6th at Meridian, and of course that's gonna be I may need to look at starting off with something a little easier, because there's gonna be a big rivalry and there's gonna be a sellout anytime we play Meridian, with us being so close. Then that Thursday of that week, we open up with East Central at home, so we expect to bring an up and down, up-tempo pace for our crowds this year and give you guys and our fans something to be pleased with.
Top 15 battle is just moments away from being underway here at Sullivan Wyndham Field. EMCC with a 26-game winning streak here in Scuba, Mississippi. Only one loss to its credit since this place opened in 2011. Scott back to pass, fires it over on the right side, and it is caught. First down inside the 25, down to the 24-yard line, and staying in bounds as the clock will run.
That was number 8, Tyrell Price on the carry, resulting in a Lions touchdown.
Merritt will stand back near his own 30-yard line. High snap, pulled down at the 20-yard line and getting his right leg into it, and it's a nice kick. Merritt's going to return it 35 up across the 40, middle of the field. Now he's going to get across midfield into Holmes territory, and he's going to be tackled finally inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. The snap from the 22 on 4th and 2. Firing it over the middle, and it's caught inside the 5. Touchdown, EMCC. Oh, my goodness. Mike Williams with a touchdown reception. It's 13-0, pending the PAT.
Yeah, just a little post route that time. Got Williams right at the goal line. Made a very nice catch, and well, that's not necessarily what I would have expected on short yardage.
Holmes with the snap with Dodd. Dodd option right side. He's going to pitch it, and his pitch man is going to be caught inside the 10-yard line, and he's going to lose 2 on the play. Here's the snap. They leave it once again with the tailback, who's going to be hit and dropped at the line of scrimmage. Actually may have lost a half yard. Back to passes, Scott. Scott now on the slip screen and is caught by Price, and he's out across 30, 35 near sideline, 40, 45. Hurdles a man inside Bulldog territory, gets inside the 45, down around the 43. Wilson up under center will take the snap, play action. He drops back to pass. He's going to be hit, and he's going to be dropped in the backfield and sacked back at the 49-yard line. 4th and a yard and a half inside the 10 of EMCC. The snap, leaving it with Brent. Brent goes straight up the middle, and I don't think he got there, Charlie. It depends on a left foot, right foot spot, but it looks like EMCC is held from our vantage point. Wilson up under center will take the snap. Back to pass, and he's almost sandwiched, gets out of it, fires it deep down the field, looking for the end zone, has a man open, but it may be picked off by EMCC, but I think they're going to be, no, it is picked off, and it will be a touchback, EMCC, and that's Ty Williams, his second interception of the year. Four-man front for Holmes. Here they come, but great protection. Scott back to pass, fires it over the middle, wide open inside the 20. Caught, 15, 10, 5. Kirk Merritt to the goal line. Touchdown, EMCC.
What an outstanding job by Merritt running after the catch. There were 4 defensive backs back there, but Merritt just bullied his way through that defense, got into the end zone.
Rolls to the left, deep rollout, now fires it. It's intercepted by EMCC, and it's inside the 20, inside the 15, 10, and pulled down somewhere around the 6-yard line, and coming up to make the interception. I believe that was that Duke Upshaw? Yes, it was Duke Upshaw with the INT across the way from us. Here's the snap to Scott. He's going to keep it himself. Comes around near side, inside the 5, and he's going to leap over folks and dive into the end zone. Touchdown, EMCC. Almost windmill, looked like he did a cartwheel into the end zone. He scores it, it's 27-3. 5-yard touchdown run for Lindsey Scott Jr. We'll send a man in motion from his right wing position. He's pressured in the backfield, and he's this time going to be dropped for a sack. And he's going to be dropped back inside the 35 down to the, or 45 I should say, down to the 44. One receiver near side, snap from the 31. And firing it near side between the numbers and the hash slip, and the tackle is Drummond. 10-5, touchdown, EMCC from 31 yards out.
Well, another job of being tough as a receiver that time by Drummond. He makes the catch about 10 yards downfield, takes a little bit of contact.
The snap by Scott, looking near side, throws it left, has a man open, caught by Calvin Keys Jr., spins around at the 36, now goes back middle of the field, inside the 30, inside the 20, a foot race, 10-5, touchdown, EMCC.
Oh my goodness, what an outstanding job by the receiver on that play, Calvin Keys Jr. That is just athleticism at its finest right there.
Welcome back to Scuba, Mississippi. During the break, the lights went out, and now there's cell phones coming on left and right. It's like we're at a rock concert rather than a football game, and some lights from the press box reflecting off the chrome helmets, and it is a weird scene from here.
lights are starting to sputter on. You can see them across the way, starting to put some light on the field, and you see them just kind of individually kicking on.
Boykin, a slot receiver near side. The snap, back to pass, has some pressure, now backs up and just fires it out of bounds. No, going to the end zone, a bigger pardon, caught! Touchdown, EMCC, and that's Boykin. First touchdown reception on the season.
Yeah, just kind of hung it up there, and Boykin a chance to go up, grab the football, get the touchdown, and that's just going to add to this Lions lead.
Buddy Stevens is satisfied. 16 seconds, now 15 seconds, and they're going to go out and shake hands now as this game is 10 seconds away from being in the record books. Number 1 takes down number 15 in fine fashion. Final score, 49-3 from Sullivan Wyndham Field, and Scuba back with a short post-game report momentarily. This is the EMCC Radio Network.
Come on!